Hi folks, Bob Dale for Southern Remarketing in Jackson, Mississippi. Where we sell motorhomes, we sell lots of them, folks. We sell them only on eBay. As I tell you all the time, those of you though who watch our videos know that my son does love diesel trucks, and we sell a lot of them. We probably sell more diesel trucks than anybody in the country. We sell trucks, folks, that you can't just run down to the corner and find. They have great value, they're a great price, great bargain, and our customers really like them, so we keep selling them. Today we're going to list a really neat truck. Got everything you'd want, a great truck, and it's going to be at a really good price too. It is a 2006 Ford turbo diesel. It's an F250 Lariat. It's an F250 Lariat, folks, with the FX4 four-wheel drive package. It's sitting on a good set of matched tires. Now this truck has 180,000 miles. All it has on it, folks, is barely broke in. Runs and drives perfect. Everything works, no issues. But now this truck, the man who bought it new at 132,000 miles, had a new engine put in it. We've got that documentation for you. It looks, it rides and drives just perfect.
A new Ford engine.
Yeah, a new Ford engine. Well, I mean,
well, there's a difference between a Ford engine and
an Austin heating engine.
Some jerk off in the back of his shop, rebuilding, folks, slapping a motor together.
Put a new Ford engine in it. I would have assumed that
it's not a Jasper engine, or
it's not an Austin Healey engine or a Triumph. It's Ford engine, but it's put in new at 132,000 miles. This truck is straight, no paint work, doesn't need any. Just a nice truck. Carl will show it to you here. This is a not factory. That's not some cheap grill that's been put on it, folks. A nice looking grill. See up here? Look down the side. How straight and fresh it is. Here's the tires.
They're 17-inch alloys, 285, so they stand up tall.
Yeah. BF Goodrich tires. Look at the inside of this truck. I mean, I'm talking about. Look how nice it is.
It has telescoping heated mirrors. They're power. You can see no rips or tears in the seat. They're heated.
Carpet's perfect.
Has a 6-disc CD changer. See, it cranks right up. I'll do a extended test drive of it at the end of the video. But it has the auto dimming rearview mirror, keyless entry, pretty much everything you can put on one.
It's a non-smoker truck, folks. It doesn't have any odors in it, no pet odors, no smoke. Show the headliner here, son. Look how nice it is.
As you can see, our friendly and efficient cleanup staff hard at work. Good headliner, fold down center console with cup holders.
Spares under it. See right here, you can see how fresh this paint is. There's a spare under here.
Well, the big thing when you look under here, there's no rust. This is a Southern truck. It spent its life in Texas before we got it, and it has absolutely no rust.
Look how nice the bed is.
Got a turnover ball.
Spraying bed liner. The bed's not beat up in any way. See how easy the tailgate comes down? That's a fetish of mine. You have tailgates that operate properly. Someone has put a big bumper on here.
Got a ranch hand rear bumper, and they also integrated the backup sensors into it.
I'm going to pay some serious money for that. Look down the side here, son. Show the FX4 off-road, folks. You can see there's no waves, no bends, it's not beat up. Cracked up. Look on the other side here. I want you to get a good view. See all that? That's factory.
As opposed to what an aftermarket door jamb.
Somebody having painted it with a paintbrush. You know, power on both sides. You can see the seats here. Books. There's your books inside, manuals and all that. See the headliner. I hate these ragged headliners. We just very simply won't buy one. If it's, you know, you see these headliners hanging down and ripped and torn and burn holes in them and all that. I guess this little scratch right here is about the only place I can see on it. I'm sure you can pick it. It's an 06, but You know, it's about as nice as it comes. It's about as good a truck, folks, for the money as you can find. Certainly as good a looking truck as you'll find. By the way, my name's Bob Dale. My phone number is 601-218-1223. 601-218-1223. If you have questions about this truck, or if you want to make an offer, please call me before the sale's over. I routinely, when these sales are over, I get, golly, I'll get calls for days. Well, I had to give more. I was at church. I was at Walmart. If you want to make an offer for this truck, or tell me, you know, what you want to give, or got any questions about it, give me a call. We'll talk about it. Answer my phone all the time. You can call me in the evenings, in the mornings, whenever. If I don't answer my phone, I will call you right back. It's because I'm on the phone.
Just keep dialing until he picks up. That's what I have to do.
Sometimes I have to get,
and that's how he does me.
200 phone calls a day.
Turnabout's fair play.
But this is a wonderful truck. It's a 2006 Ford F250 turbo diesel. It's a Lariat with a leather. We showed you everything in it, how perfect it is. It's an FX4 four-wheel drive. Everything works on it just like it should. It goes down the road great. Dan's going to take you for a test drive in just a few minutes. The truck had a new engine put in it at 132,000 miles, which we can document. If you're looking for a truck, folks, for your hunting camp, or to go hunting, to pull a big boat, for farm work, or whatever you're looking for, these trucks have great value. You know, this truck at your local Ford dealership is $50,000, $60,000 or something absolutely silly. And when you drive it off, you lose 30% of that. Why would you do that? When for a small percentage of that, you can buy a truck right here that'll do anything a new truck will do. We'll do it just as efficiently, just as economically, just as reliably. And 4 or 5 years down the road, gosh, when you've used it all you can, when you think it's worn out, it will still be worth several $1,000s. I mean, these trucks have value. Think about that when you're looking at it, vis-a-vis what it's going to cost you to go buy a new one. It won't
be
do
worth
anything.
more than several thousand. I
Yeah.
mean, heck, we've got sold them with 300,000 for over 10.
Oh, sure. But anyhow, it's a great value. These trucks have value. We're going to list it today. We're going to sell it. It's a 2006 F250 FX4 Lariat, turbo diesel. It's perfect inside and out. You saw the bed, you saw the spare tire, you saw it all. I promise you, you'll like this truck. In person, it is a really pretty truck. I hope it shows up as well on this video as it does in person, but in person it shows really well. It's a great truck. You'll like it. We appreciate you watching our video. We appreciate you bidding on our sale. We certainly do appreciate our many hundreds of customers around the world. And we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. I'm going to take you on a quick test drive, but before I do that, I want to show you this truck has absolutely no blow-by, which, you know, as you would expect for only having about 50,000 miles. You can see no smoke. You can set the cap on it, doesn't blow off, runs perfect. This truck cranks up and runs smooth, hot or cold. It's got 2 brand new interstate batteries that were replaced in May of this year. So they are basically new. I'll hop inside of it. It does have the adjustable pedals. Has the compass and the system built into it. All your trip computer and everything else. 6-disc CD changer, automatic climate control. Has the steering wheel radio controls on it. This truck pretty much has about every option that I can think of. Has the, of course, we mentioned the backup sensors, tow command, trailer brake controller. Has the big center console. That beeping's for the seat belt. Let me just stop for a second and take care of that so we don't have to listen to it nagging for the whole drive. You can see absolutely no warning lights on. This truck goes in and out of 4-wheel drive just like it should. This is about the worst street in Jackson, as you can tell from the way my hand's bouncing around, but that's not a function of the truck. The truck itself rides smooth. This is just a horrible road, but you can see no bangs and pops and anything like that. The engine's tight, there aren't any exhaust leaks. One thing on these 6.0s, you'll notice a lot of them, they get higher miles, they get exhaust leaks. That's from cracks in the Y pipe, but nothing to worry about here. Dad referenced the documentation on the new engine. We ran what's called an Oasis report with Ford. It documents the full warranty history and shows that 132, 190 or something like that. New engine was installed. I called the Ford dealer that installed it, and they confirmed that the engine had been replaced and that the previous owner kept a perfect record of fuel and oil changes with them. So it's been well serviced. You can see just had a fresh service. Still got the full 5,000 miles left on it. Everything in this truck is in good shape. I can't find anything that doesn't work like it should. Power mirrors, locks, keyless entry, all that stuff's good. And I'm gonna let go of the wheel. It doesn't pull left or right. And when I hit the brakes, it doesn't shake, doesn't pull when you hit the brakes either. So brakes are in good shape. One thing that really surprised me, this steering wheel is in good shape. It's not, you know, chewed up on the top center. It's not ragged or anything like that. It's the covering is in good condition, which is kind of unusual for a truck with that's been driven a lot. But apparently this truck's been out on the highway for a good portion of its life. Show the radio here. Radio works just like it should. Never been smoked in. Cigarette lighter, perfect. Does have the original owner's manual. Has the spare tire key. Does have the jack and the rods that go with it. That's one thing we check. And if you buy a truck and don't have that key, then you might as well not have a spare. I want you to look at that exhaust. I'm going to get on it. You can see it doesn't smoke. Truck boosts right up. This truck has absolutely no 6.0 issues. You hear about these 6.0s and people are scared of them, but you know, there's certain things, if you do them, these 6.0s will last just as long as any other engine. You keep the oil changed every 5,000 miles. You change the fuel filters every other oil change, and you use Ford filters. If you do those things, these engines will last just as long as any other one. And if you live somewhere that doesn't have those visual emissions checks, delete the EGR cooler, and it'll basically last forever once you do that. Otherwise, at about 150,000 miles, you can expect to have to change the EGR and oil cooler. But if you just delete that EGR cooler, you'll be done with it forever. We've sold dozens, if not hundreds, of these 6.0 diesels, and we know what makes them tick, what's good, the bad, the ugly, everything else. These are good trucks. They have a reputation, but that reputation came from people that were used to driving 7.3s and, you know, keeping the oil topped off, changing the oil once a year, every year or two. And these engines, you got to maintain them. It's got 325 horsepower and over 500 torque, which is way more than the 7.3. These things will pull circles around the 7.3. Don't let anybody fool you. But the problem is people slap tuners on them and went over 100 horsepower and blew the head gaskets, which Stay under 100 horsepower on a tune, these things will last, no problems. Go over 100, pull a big trailer, you'll blow the head gaskets. But between that and people not servicing them like they should, then they have problems. And you know, everybody gave it a bad reputation because of that. That's really not deserved, because you can, you know, keep up on your service, treat it right, and it's a good engine. So anyway, just a little rant on my part, but if you're interested in this truck, give us a call. I would not hesitate. If you're interested, fly in, drive it home. I would have no issues with getting in this truck and going on a long trip in it. It's absolutely ready to go. So if you want to fly in and take it back to the house, you can do that, or you know, have it shipped. We have people ship vehicles all the time, and they leave us good feedback, because you know, we try and advertise these, you know, as honestly as we can, because with eBay's feedback system, it doesn't take long for somebody who's out to scam people to get a bad reputation. And we take pride in our feedback rating. Matter of fact, the only bad feedback we've got right now is one that we wouldn't sell to somebody because the generator had problems. It's an RV, but anyway, as you can see, just a clean truck, runs perfect, no issues, absolutely ready to go. If you're interested, give us a call. Call Dad, 601-218-1223. If you have a technical question about this engine, call me, 601-376-9869. I appreciate you watching this video. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thanks.